Well, I'm back again. See what we can fuck up now, I guess. Discord. Bring up Discord again. Should have known not to be fucking around. Anyway. Do do do. Okay. Ah. So, Driver 53, Jake, Athena. Jake's streaming tonight, I see. Probably doing way better of a job of streaming than I am tonight. We're doing a way better job than what I'm doing streaming. Because my streaming tonight is not working for shit. My whopping 3 members that keep getting fucking having to restart, so. Anyway. See if we can get this son of a bitch to load this time. And I think what? I have real life numbers in here. I think that's what screwed it up. Screwed it up. HUD toggle. You keep forgetting to fucking delete that stupid mod because you don't need that fucking thing because it's built into easy dev controls. I need to go through this folder a little bit more. I went through it some earlier. I need to go through it some more now. And there's real life numbers in here. That usually screws with shit. Which pisses me off because that mod, yep, there it is, right there. I'll bet that's what screwed with it. I like this mod, but I can't hardly ever get it to work. And there's even a new version come out of it. A great mod. It makes it so the crop prices are USA average. It makes it so it's like it says, real life numbers. So corn prices can get down to $3 a bushel. Soybean bushel, can get down to $8 a bushel, not this whole fucking 20 and some other bullshit that we get. Well, I guess. Shall we see if it'll work now or if it will fucking lock up again? And then I got doubles of this bullshit in here that I don't need. And I think that's because I renamed the files one time and then delete the right, so they don't need to be doubled. Anyway, it should work. Cross our fingers. Will it work now that real life numbers is off? Usually that's the mod that causes issues, and I forget about it. Guess we'll find out. If I gotta do a hard restart pretty quick, it won't be very long. You'll figure that out. The way the night's been going. Why the fuck not, I guess, huh? Usually it stops at 20% and 65%. When it stops and does weird shit in between those two numbers is when you know you have a problem. Usually. So I got 2 people back. Who's back? Great. Come on, just fucking load. Good. It's gonna load. Yep, I was right. Now, uh, there is a map out there that is specially made for real life numbers, and that's one of them I'm going to show you here quick. And that's the, not this one, but that's the Morris, or it's called Morris, Manitoba, as far as the PDA. Now, as far as the name of the file, the map is Redfield. So I got two people in here. Who's in here? Are you back lurking, Keith? Okay, this is new. What the hell we got going on now? Because I was in this map. It's not. It's a one times map. I know it's just a 1x map, but it's not dinky fields per se. There's a couple dinky fields. You know, like 16 down here, 3 acres, but like 23. It's 130 acres. 21, 75 acres. 10, 111 acres. 12 is a pretty good sized field. 140 acres. 76 acres. So as far as a single player small 1x map, it's got some big fields in it, because a lot of times 1x maps got all these goddamn dinky 20 acre fucking 30 acre, and you get these guys on there, oh, it's a big field. No, it's not. 7 acres, 6 acres. See, this is what a normal 1x map like Spring Valley or whatever the fuck the in-game American one is. Yeah, I have to laugh when you guys are talking about 46-acre fields and going, that's a big field. No, it's not. Maybe in Pennsylvania where there's a bunch of cut-up fields because of small little, they have no choice because all the goddamn trees. And trust me, those guys there wish they had bigger fields. But anyway, fields-wise, it's doable for a single-player playthrough. Um, it's nice. It's the way it's laid out. Seems to be nice. And if I remember correctly, it does have a couple added fruits. Yes, this is one of the ones that it has field peas, and it has lentils, and it has flax. Um, these are things that are raised in this area, and I'd like to see. I wish North Dakota, I guess Huron, Michigan, they might not raise these, but I wish they were in there. I'd rather see that as part of a option for crop types than I do, sugar cane and stuff like that. Which I know that's your in-game stuff, but you can delete the in-game stuff so it doesn't show up on a map if you want it to be somewhat realistic to that area. And like I said earlier, there are some field peas getting raised around here, a few garbanzos, but there are some of the whole chickpeas and field peas around here. They've been testing them for the guys in the wheat so they can get a few different rotations in for different chemical for weed management and stuff like that. Lentils, not so much lentils. I don't think there's hardly any lentils around here. But you get into North Dakota, Montana, um, like Mike Mitchell up there, they try to raise a lot of lentils. But so I'm going to say more of your northern states probably have them. But that's one of the things I like about this map too. It does have the option. It does have on flax. I'm not familiar with flax at all. I know it's an oil type seed, kind of like canola, isn't it? Flax. You can use flax for flaxseed oil. Yeah, flax oil is what similar to. But I think there's flaxseed flour too. But anyway, let's see if I back out of here. Why is it black? Wonder what's screwing with this now. Wonder what's screwing with this. Hey, Ninja. Yes, I'm still having issues. So PDA wise, it looks nice, but obviously I still have another mod conflict fucking with this. Wonder what it is. Wonder what it is. Oh yeah, it's one of them nights where I've been trying to show maps and just I'm not necessarily playing, or it's kind of talking about single player or some of the things I want to do with the server, just kind of farting around type thing. Because I don't want to play on a server and get any farther ahead on the server than I am, because Morris and Tyler need to get on there. And I don't want to get too much farther ahead either if we let Matt come on. But this is a map I've been talking about for single player, doing an 80s playthrough. And I don't know what the hell. I know why it locked up on me a little bit ago. It's because of the real life numbers mod, which I really like that mod. I just wish the son of a bitch would work on all the maps. In 19, when that mod was around in 19, most every map it worked. But it hardly works at all in 22. So is it that camera setting mod that may be fucking with that? I think I got that still in here. But wasn't having any that HUD toggle. I got to get rid of that out of this folder period. It's what happens when you're like me and you got to play with all these goddamn mods and you get problems. And then of course I don't get you watch like people like Goham and Clutch and those guys, and they go through their mods. They're looking at shit. It's like they have one folder and that's where everything's at. And how the fuck they get away with that, I have no idea. Because I can't. I've got mod conflicts all the time, and from what I've seen, they don't play with too many different mods than I do camera settings. I wonder if that's screwing with it. I hope it's not the relight, because I really like the relight mod. I can't ever figure out shaders, but I do like the... Where's it at? The relight thing here. I really like that. It seems to make the things pop better. Work camera, not real impressed with that mod, or don't really use it. I guess. Let's see if the camera settings is what's screwing with it. Yeah, that's right. Ninja. Is it Rylan? Ninja's Rylan, or is it Jason? I can't fucking remember. Jason, I think. Shit, I don't remember. Glad you showed up for a little bit. Hopefully we won't have any more have to fucking do any hard restarts here. Because I'm just kind of showing some maps, some of the ideas, what I've had. You missed out on, I finally got Medicine Creek to work, so you'll have to go rewatch that 35-minute live stream that started out like shit. Because I knew it, and as soon as it locked up, I knew exactly what was wrong, why it locked up. That map's not finished, but I got it to work so I could show. Nope. I wonder what the fuck it is. I've never had that. Wasn't doing that earlier with that map. Huh. Maybe it's a relight. But I could have swore to God I had relight on here earlier when I was looking at it the other day. Well, I know what we can do. No, I don't want Spring Creek. I want this. I can just deselect every goddamn thing just to show the fucking map off, and then we want additional field info. Well, I said deselect. Additional field info. Additional game settings. Some of this stuff actually works fine. Just shut off most all the fucking script mods. When they don't work, they're a pain in the ass to figure out why it ain't working. But just to show the map off, you don't have to have a lot of shit. Well, I'm gonna do the bare minimum thing where you use damn little, like, but you gotta have a few things, kind of like easy dev control, so I can do flight mode. There. I want that. I want that. Because we're not going to play, so I don't necessarily need all the shit, just some of the stuff. And then there's a few of these maps, you do that too, then it pops up, well, you got to have this in order to play the map. Well, fuck you. And I'm pretty I'm pretty damn sure that the relight isn't, because I like that mod. That's my cheap version of reshade, because I do not do reshade for shit. I'm sure Persimmon Farming works. I've farted around on that fucking reshade shit, and most of the time I can't ever get one I like, and it's one more fucking dumb thing that don't work right, and you gotta mess with. And I know once you get it the way you want it, usually you ain't gotta mess with it again, but it's still another thing that adds to the loading time, and it screws with the game. And it's not like I don't have enough shit to screw with the game in the first place. With all the shit I seem to think I gotta have. Okay, so the other thing I like to make sure I have is I want all the thunders, unit convert. Which I still don't necessarily need that, but alright. See? Requires pickup header pack. No! Where the fuck's it at? I already re-downloaded the son of a bitch 500 goddamn times. I don't know how many times. Pickup headers. How many times do I gotta have it in here? I already had it in here. It is in here! Well, you just because you don't like my fucking edited version of it, you cocksucker? Oh, I'm sure there's some mod conflict. I guess kind of threw some but like I said, I don't know how those guys like DJ Goham and they do. I kid you not. I've watched. I mean, I don't like watching them, but I've watched enough to know that. I wonder what the fuck mod it was doing and making it black. Because I got relight on now and it's fine. But this is why you want to have easy dev controls, because then you can do your flight thing when you're showing shit off. But see, it's kind of a nice little map. I like this map. Just haven't 100% decided because I mean, you know, it's hilly like it's supposed to be for this area. And there's some places in Washington that you want to talk about side hill combine. Like here, you wouldn't necessarily need to have a side hill combine for these, but you know, I think there's been a little, obviously a little river valley thing, and I don't know if it's fictitious or real or not. For the most of the map, it's not horrible. For a 1x map. Most 1x maps I can't stand because they're all a bunch of these fucking things like, and even these ones, even though the shows, they don't feel small even though there are. You know, and 1x maps got 50 fucking fields on them and the biggest field on there is 12 acres. Which, we got fields where I live and work that 12 acres is just a corner of a pivot. But this is what I like. I mean, it's a rolling kind of a side hill I mean, and this isn't that bad. You wouldn't necessarily have to have the side hills like some parts of Washington. I mean, there's parts of Washington that I mean, need a fucking side hill combine. Period. But it's a nice little map. I'm enjoying it. I just trying to decide what I want to do here. You know, I mean, there's a little farm here. Nice house. I think you can go in this house. I don't, and it's different. I don't think it's Elk Mountains either. Turn the fucking time down. I hate this. I had to laugh the other day. I was watching somebody new to me, and he's an American play the other day, and he was doing this. Start with the tractor and a combine and whatever else, and it's at almost midnight, and he's trying to get 3 fields. He had 3 fields or 2 fields, and it was almost midnight, and the time that it was going to change to the next month at midnight, right? And he's harvesting this field of, trying to get this field of oats harvested, which is great, you know. But the way I look at it, you're going to so this is where I'm at. I want to be on this field, farmland. Now, see, I don't like exactly how they did this. This should be all one piece. This farm. You shouldn't have to buy the house separate. See, and some of these guys making maps really need to get away from doing this shit. Because I'm not going to pay you $1,474,000 to buy all the shit that's not farm ground. And as far as I know, it's still the same. You have to own this in order to make the snowplow shit work. Am I correct on that still? Do you know for sure, Ninja? If you're still here, I think you have to own it in order to make the snowplow work right when you're plowing roads. Because of how it, because the snow's not really snow. It's figured as a windrow type thing, if I remember correctly. So if you don't own the ground, it won't let you plow it. So and I know some maps when they do this, they make the road system separate. They make it so it don't cost nothing, which that's the way it should be. Otherwise, like in this particular instance, make it all the fucking together. Just that's the only complaint I have about this map so far. Yeah. And I have no problem with having to own the ground. And hell, it is an Elk Mountain house. Which one's this? I don't remember the one with the garage on the end of it like this. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do. Okay, I do remember this mouse. I vaguely remember this house. This is not one of their normal houses, I don't think. Nice house, though. Did a bit different than the main one that I... Either way. Still, it's an Elk Mountain house. Elk Mountain houses are nice houses. They do a good job on their houses. So anyhow. Come on. Ah, so this is a Camille map. Wonder how this got overlooked. Because Camille makes pretty good maps. Isn't he the same one that made the Monet Canada map? Because this is the Monet shop. And this is a fucking shop. I like this shop. And he's got a version of it out for the shop, just the shop. It's not, but it's got some major fucking errors I gotta fix. But this is a fucking shop now. I mean, matter of fact, Camille's the one that made the other one I'm gonna show you, the whole Morris Red River thing. The only thing that sucks about this shop is trying to go up these stairs. If you're not, you've got to be, man, just come on. I'm not that fat. Come on. Let me up here. There we go. You don't do them just right. About don't let you up those stairs. Got a bar without any liquor. What the hell's wrong with that? Oh, I know. You're at work. You're not supposed to be drinking, right? But I do like this shop. Come on. There we go. Nice big area here where you can bring combines in. Wide enough door. And this side's pretty much a dry storage area for storing shit, but still. Overhead door for probably pulling semis in if you wanted. Another big door over here, another hydraulic door. Not so sure about the air compressor clear to BFE over here, but if it's for the main shop, it's good because then you ain't got to hear the son bitch run. Obviously, the lines in the ceiling are kind of flickery weird, but I like this shop. One of my favorite ones, even though I don't use it all the time. Nice GSI grain bin site. So I'm not sure why this map has gotten overlooked. I stumbled across it the other day and I thought, well, you know, and then he's got meridians over here that are storage for seed. I'm sure it's fertilizer, it says. Oh, cool. You can open and close the doors. Huh. Only problem with this is this concerns augers. And I hate augers in this game. Fertilizer. For liquid fertilizer. I know. It's realistic. I get it. But I have found augers to be the biggest fucking pain in the ass in this game. Yeah. Probably put seed in them or put regular hard fertilizer in, or whatever the hell you want to call it, solid fertilizer instead of liquid. Nice farm spot. Only thing I can see wrong with it is a nice shop, nice grain bin spot, but where the fuck do you park your equipment? Do you park everything in there? not going to happen. You're not going to park cedars in that. I mean, you know, air drills. And this is an air drill type of environment. Not so much row crop here. More of a cereals crop type of map. And lentils aren't considered cereals, but you know what I mean. It's not a map that you'd really necessarily see a lot of corn and soybeans raised on. And here's the milking facility. Milk barn. Hell of a milk barn. Holy shit. You can milk a shitload of cows in this thing. I wonder how many cows it holds. I haven't bought it, so I ain't gonna find out. Harvestor silos for silage. And then you have your liquid shit pond. And an old Quonset. Another fuel tank. A little shed for whatever equipment you're going to need to take care of the cows. It's a big ass milking barn. And then you look over here and go, oh, there's a farm over here. No, there's not. It's the edge of the farm field. So you pretty much have one farm, looks to me like. Here, the house. Then down here, I suppose you could, another little, an older, you know, at one time, this was probably the original storage and grain bins. Even though I don't think you could probably use grain bins now. I think they're just for looks. So I don't know how you get in there. And what I got over here, there's another barn just for looks. Looks like it. And then back in here, just drainage, gullies. And is there a farm up here? Oh, there is a small farm up here. So I guess you could have more than one farm, I guess, if you wanted. More of an older farm here. With the half rounds. Quonsets. When I talk about Quonsets, that's what I'm talking about. Some people, this isn't a Quonset, but to me, this is what we always call the Quonsets around here. And there's quite a few of them around here because they were cheap cold storage. Some of them around here also, some of the guys, when they were cheap, and you can't fucking open a door because I don't have it bought, but they'd set them up so they were on concrete all the way up for 3 feet or so around the edge, and then they had cable ties through there, and then they'd fucking put grain in the damn things. It's a nice looking house. Another one of these ones that just, you can't go in, but it's a nice looking house. So I guess there's a farm there. There wasn't a farm over here, if I remember correctly, was there? We just got 2 different sell points. And an animal dealer here, I'm assuming. Yeah, so 2 pre-made farms on the place. But that's a 1X farm, 1X map for you. So, I haven't made up my mind just yet, because I got oats. And lentils are red. Where am I at? Oats. So we have peas, lentils, flax. So if I go straight south of me, I'll be able to look at the peas. Peas. So yep, these look like peas. It's got a hell of a crop of weeds growing in them. And then over here should be lentils. Yep, these look a lot like the lentils on Mike Mitchell's channel. And then flax. Where was the flax at again? Oh, this is flax. This is flax? This looks like lentils to me. Because peas, flax, lentils are the red one over here. This is lentils? Yep. Okay. Wow. Flax texture and lentils texture are real close to the same. Actually, flax is kind of like a canola with a bit bigger looking seed to it, huh? One. I got one now that I ain't fucking locking up all the time. Suppose everybody's over watching Jake. I seen Jake and was doing his things. Alright, well, that's enough of this map. But that's a map that I like. Another thing I don't like, at least, and this is one of the things I do like about Camille, does a good job with his calendars. This is how canola needs to be redone. Everybody fucking got canola getting planted as a winter type crop, winter wheat type crop, you know. And canola don't get planted that way. It gets planted in the spring. I've never ever seen anybody plant canola and then let it go through the winter, like winter wheat. Winter wheat's the only one I know you can do that with. And then, of course, I'm sure some cover crops, but green feed oats. Why didn't I notice that before? Must be for chopping, mowing type of thing. But lentils and peas, he's done that right. You planted that in April and May. So one of the things I do like about Camille's maps that he has out, he does a good job with these crop calendars. His wheat, he's got wheat set up to be planted in September as a winter wheat, but he's also got it set up for April, May for spring wheat, which May is pretty late for spring wheat. You should have that. You want to have that. Otherwise, matter of fact, some people plant spring wheat in March. Yeah, it depends. The problem with that is he's got winter wheat, and I don't know what it's like in Washington, but I know around here people plant winter wheat. There's a lot of times July. By the second weekend in July, you're starting in on wheat around here. Although this year it was goddamn wet and cold early, wheat harvest was way late. Just ask Morris. I mean, they didn't get out of here till damn near the middle of the first weekend in August, because second weekend in August, something like that. All right, so we're done. I don't want vehicles. Let's quit this one, and I'll show you. I'm sure it's a Camille map now that I think about it. Show you the other one I was talking about, as in, I need to delete that because I don't want that saved. Yes, delete. Yes. We'll go medium, and I'm sure that this is another Camille map. Come on. This one right here. Morris, Manitoba. And Red River is the actual name of the map, and it's not a 16. I think it's not a 16x map though. I think it's 10.2 by 10.2 kilometers. So that would be bigger than a 16x map, right? Because an 8 by 8 is a 16x map. So this would be like a 20x map. And this map is supposed to be, there's two versions of this map. This map is actually a map that was made for real life numbers, but you got to make sure you got the right one, because it's actually built into the map. Oh, I don't want real life numbers on. Where's the HUD hider? I don't want that stupid thing on either. I don't need it on. But people kind of started playing this map, and then it fizzled out right away. It didn't catch on like some of the others did right away. I think it's part of it because it came out about the same time. I'm trying to think of what map came out about the same damn time this map came out. I think everything. I don't want Simple Inspector. I need to get rid of that mod also. Because I don't use Simple Inspector. I use Vehicle. Do I not have it on here? Normally I use, one of these needs to go. Vehicle Inspector. Use this one over Simple Inspector because I like this one a little bit better. Alright. Think it'll work. God, I hope it works. But anyway, this was another map, Red River, when it came out, and it still didn't. A lot of people didn't jump on it right away. But it's a nice map. But it's one I don't play. I played it a little bit single player, but I just don't play single player that much. I enjoy playing multiplayer with a group of guys that are like-minded. You get on and you laugh and you joke about shit, in Discord while you're playing, and you help each other out like real farmers do. I don't know. For me, that's the kind of playing I like to do. I'm not huge into playing single player, and I've been playing this stupid game since 13. Back when you had to play it single player when I first started playing, because 13 I was playing on a console. Just don't let many people know that. But ever since then, as soon as we went to 13 to 15, I've always been playing with a group of guys. That's I'm actually surprised 19. I put as many hours in on 19 as I did because there for a long time I was by myself. And then of course I had my own servers for a while. I had my own servers in 17, and I think the first part of 19, and then I got to where I couldn't afford it, and no one was really playing with me. So, and there is an auto drive course out for this map too, but I'm pretty sure this is a Camille map too. I should have changed those before I did the stupid thing. Because usually if you come in and you turn your seasonal growth off, and then you do your field stones, and then you come back up here and turn your seasonal growth back on, usually you don't have them left over field stones in the fields. Usually. Every now and then you still got some real stupid ones. I'm not sure why I'm farting with this, because this isn't going to turn into a save game either, because I have a save game for this. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm sure this is a Camille map now that I think about it. But yeah, see, look, you look at this one, and he's got winter wheat, and he's got spring wheat. This is a Camille map, I'm pretty sure, because you look at his. You can, like I said, he does his calendars like they're supposed to be. So, you can plant winter wheat from September to November, which November, you better have it fucking shit planted. Because in order for winter wheat to truly work like it's supposed to, this is a game, it's not going to matter, but you want winter wheat, you want it to come up a little bit, and it's got to be cold enough, it's got to freeze. It's one of them. There's a special name for that type of a plant where it's got to freeze in order for it to produce the next year. So that's why a lot of the farmers around here, up till this deep freeze that we just had, they were worried about their spring wheat or winter wheat because it was been nice. It's been in the 60s and 50s all fucking December. And that's just like after this weekend, after we get a next round of snow, cold snap, which isn't supposed to be as bad, but next week we're in the mid 40s. which is pretty nice. But this one, he added buckwheat, rye, mustard, and peas. So the peas is the same, but the mustard, rye, and buckwheat. I think rye was in the other one. Buckwheat's and the mustard's different. And so I've been kicking around the idea because I've watched some of the YouTuber people adding. And it's not, I don't think it's quite as hard to add different fruit types to a map. See, this is the part that I don't understand about this because he's really good about doing his, like canola. He's got it so you plant it in spring like you really do. Although he's got it planting in the winter. You don't plant canola in the wintertime. And you don't plant peas in the fucking wintertime either. This is screwed up. Peas are one of them you plant in May and harvest in August and September. Mustard, same thing. Especially in Montana and in Canada, like this map's based in, because you watch, and I'm watching this from Mike Mitchell. They never plant a winter, and they don't plant much winter wheat either, because by the time they get done harvesting, it's pretty much winter. They don't have time to get much winter wheat in, I don't think. But yeah, he's got these wrong. These need to be getting planted in the spring. After bragging on him earlier. On the other map, he's got his peas right, but I think that Paleo East Washington came out after this. But I'm sure this is a Camille map. And it's actually bigger than a 16X map. I think. And it's got big fields, because you can tell, because you only got 113 fields in it. Because I'm sure a 16X map is 8 by 8. Because a 4X map is 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. So 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers would be a 16X map, I'm thinking. And if this is 10 by 10, this should be like a 20X map. What I'm getting for thinking out loud here. But you click on farmland, 26, I guarantee you that should be a section. 658 acres, yep. So this has got a lot of big fields in it. There ain't hardly any little fields in this one at all. 308, 200, 324, 400, 300, 210, 45 is one of the smaller ones, and it's 71 acres. 65 is a dinky one at 10 acres. That's probably the smallest one on here. Looking at the map. 25 is 16, 20, 124, 16, 18. So those are your smaller ones. I mean, so you got them all, but the majority of them in this map are bigger fields. 56, 40, 118, 170, 93. But there's a lot of you get into Canada and there's a lot of fields that are bigger than the section fields. You know, they got fields up there that are 1,000 acres a field. They're crazy. But for the most part, this map's all big fields. It's big farming. And if I remember correctly, the farm that I was farming was this farm on my single player, or it's this farm. And then I had this ground up in here. But it's pretty bright, especially when you used the bright green for the peas. It really, it definitely, wow, shows right up. And then, of course, bright yellow for the mustard as opposed to regular yellow for corn. This is corn here, I think. And then the buckwheat, you gotta really pay attention for the buckwheat. So let's see. I don't have any points around here on the map I can zoom to, do we? And where am I at? I am at... I think this is a sell point. I don't think this is... I don't think this is one of the farms. I think this is a sell point. But I know some people played this map and then it kind of got forgotten. I don't, you know, it didn't stay popular for very long. And I don't know what's wrong with this map. Like I said, I've played it a little bit single player, but there again, like I was saying earlier, I just have a hard time playing single player and just keeping with playing single player. I don't know how, you know, like Kadirk, he's up to 65 on the UMRV. I'm proud of him for hanging out and keeping the UMRV going as long as he's been going. He just got out of debt and he was making a comment today on today's about he might be changing maps, but I'm proud of the fact that he hadn't changed maps yet, was sticking with it. When everybody else, Tahitian come out and everybody bailed on whatever they were doing, went to Tahitian like a, dropped it like a red-headed stepchild. You know, and there's a few guys who are still playing some Alma and Richland, Ohio. I see you guys playing on Richland, Ohio, which I never really did get into that map, but you can see what I mean by this pretty much big fields. You're telling me the shit hasn't rendered in yet? That's weird. And he's pretty much... I don't remember what the start, where the start, if you play, you know, new farmer mode. I don't remember. Seems like the new farmer stuff is somewhere over in here-ish. Up in here, I can't remember. But I am going the right way for where I had my farm. And see what I mean by, I'm sure this is a Camille map. I like how he's got the bales out here. Computer might not like it. There's something about bales and static bales and stuff like that that throw a fit. Can't remember if this was a starting farm or not. There's a farm there, which this one's for looks farm too, I think, if I remember correctly. Instead of an actual usable farm, which to me is wasted space. I mean, it looks neat. It adds to the immersion, but why make it so you can't use it? Because you got these. I mean, it's not like you can't buy this corner and then delete the shit because it's, you know, when you got stuff like this and all the pickups and tractors and stuff around the shop. That's a wasted farm spot there, in my opinion. And here's another one. Immersion-wise, it looks great, but usability-wise, it's kind of dumb. But see, this is where I had my farm. This is a Camille, because this is that shop again. Well, everybody's quiet tonight. Guess they're not liking my map tour review thingies. Then you have your cold storage over here. It's another one of them ones you have to own it. And he's got a wash bay right here, so right next to the wash bay is where I had my fuel tanks and stuff like that. And I mean, he's got the dry storage tanks for fertilizer there, the wet, the liquid manure in here. But yeah, this one, this is for, you can tell this is a good spot for big time farming because you got plenty of places to park seed drills and big drills and discs and yeah. Up here is a hog farm, I think. So I'm not, yep, this is a hog farm. Not sure why this map never really taken off. It's a nice map, really. I mean, yeah, I just got done bitching about the whole farms over there that aren't usable, which is okay to do that for the immersion fact of it, but you still need to, in my opinion, make it. And this was earlier enough map. I don't remember. On Trailer Park Farms shed. This is a hell of a nice shed. I like this shed. One of my favorite dry storage sheds. Trailer Park Farms got good buildings. House over here, another Elk Creek Mountain house, away from this. So anyway, it's a nice map, and I played on it, like I said, some single player map. But as a matter of fact, we could end up putting this on the server too. I don't know. We'll see. Not as many fields, but bigger fields. There's another hog farm here. Not much of a house, but another hog farm. And I think this is the edge of the map, right? Yep. You can see it's flat, big square fields. I mean, that part of it's. Another, another. It's the edge of the map, and I can't remember if you can actually drive over here. I don't think you can. I don't remember. Another wasted area, in my opinion. Yes, it looks cool having all those bales in there, but just as well left it grass and made it so if I wanted to do it myself, I could. But I'm pretty sure you can't do anything with these bales, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. So, we're gonna farm here, I think. Kind of an older farm, but it's not usable. See, it's another one of these. Nice, great idea. It adds to the immersion factor of the game, but if I wanted to see, I can. It's part of that field if I buy it. So I can buy it, but yet it's all here. I don't think I can get rid of any of this shit. Yeah, see. So I buy this. Part comes with this field over here, right? And you get all this stuff. This is probably the biggest complaint about this map, is him adding all this shit. So if I wanted, if I wanted to buy this spot and build a farm here because I like this spot, I can't. Because I can't sell any of the shit. And you can do that object hider thing, but I don't think that with that object hider thing, it hides the objects, but you can't put something new down beside it. Now, immersion-wise, the way it looks, yeah, it's great, but it's wasted space. And he's got a few of those on here, obviously, but over here, this is the starting farm if you're going to beginning When you do the beginner farm thing, I think this is the starting farm here, I believe. Yeah, I think this is the starting farm when you do a beginning farmer. Nice place. That's what I mean, you know, if you're gonna make a farm, make it usable, in my opinion. Don't make it to where you're... And I think that some of that is early enough as before. Yep, Camille's the one that made these. I'm sure. I was pretty sure it was a Camille. Anybody sick yet? I was pretty sure it was a Camille map. And that's, like I said, that's the start. That's the starting farm. I'm pretty sure of it. Right. Yep. Right over here by 103 and 101 over in this area here. And then on down here's a few farms. I think a lot of those farms down there, mind you, are all part of that pre-made just for looks bullshit. Livestock area. Cargill. Another grain sell point, I'm pretty sure. You know, big time grain sell point. Lots of grain being sold here. And here's your anhydrous at the co-op. And the train runs through there. Like I said, for the most part, it's a pretty nice map. And I don't think there was too many hiccups with it. I don't think it had a lot of errors, if I remember correctly. But like here, another pre-made just for looks map. Looks nice, adds immersion, but wasted space. And this one over here is a pre-made but usable map farm. That's kind of nice. I kind of like this. It's a nice little place, little farm pond there. That's kind of nice. I like this one. Only thing I don't like about this one is it doesn't have a grain complex and it's got a bunch of dinky ass stupid. But that's to each his own. Another one over here. And I'm going to guess this is another one of them just for looks farms. Yep, just for looks. Which, I don't know. To me, if you're going to go through the trouble of this, you need to do it to where you can delete this shit and make it so it's usable. Because you can buy the ground. But this is also a map similar to Morris in the fact of it's big, flat, and square. This is a usable farm. This one's a dairy farm instead of a hog farm. So, but there are places like this in Canada where they're big, wide open. See here, another really cool layout to a farm here, but dinky house. You know, make it's a wasted spot. You can make a hell of a nice farm here for usable farm. But you can't use it because it's not sellable. I believe this one over here is usable. This one's a cattle farm, I think. Got some feedlot pins in here. These ones aren't legacies. These are... Can't think whose those are. Either way, nice little place there. Another nice place here, but you can't use it. So there's probably plenty of room on this map too if a guy wanted to use this as a server map also for more than one guy. Like I said, I have played single player on it, but I didn't get deep into it just cause, like here. Awesome little spot he's got here. Love how, I mean, it looks great. I mean, don't get me wrong as far as the immersion factor of the map. Looks great, but it's fucking a wasted space. You know, I got the cows out here in the pasture all the way along here. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna deny the immersion and how it looks and the feel of the map because of it, but it's also wasted area. Pretty good sized cattle pasture, which where I grew up, that's nothing. The one ranch that we worked for was in the Sand Hills, is 37 miles long, and it's continuously owned ground, 37 miles. And its narrowest spot, I think, is like 3 miles wide, and the widest spot's like, I want to say 7, 8 miles wide. It's the widest spot. Either way, the old Monahan Cattle Company is the name of the ranch, Circle Dot Ranch, and Hyannis, Nebraska is the headquarters. And Earl Monahan was one generation, and people would ask him, "Well, how many head of cow? How many acres you got?" "Well, I got enough to feed my cows." "Well, how many cows you got?" Enough to eat my acres of enough to raise the acres I got. He would never give a straight answer on how many acres that ranch was. But in the end, I'm pretty sure, from what we've all figured, it's about 500,000 acres, if not more, somewhere in there. Or not 500,000. What was that? Yeah, I don't remember. It's big ranch for a ranch. So anyway, and there again, if I remember correctly, I thought, yeah, see, there's some of this over here you can kind of sneak into. There's not a collision, and there's places where there is a collision. Because I remember one time, because I had, like I said, I had that farm over there, and I was come over here to drop my heads off, and I looked at this and I went, well, shit. Got all this area out here. It's a good place for a staging area for my combines. And I got a couple of them in here. Everything was fine and dandy. And the next thing I know, one of them, I couldn't get the son of a bitch back out of there because it's the edge of the map. That was up here somewhere, I think. I think there's a course for this, or an auto drive course for this here. Another great little farm. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, they look great. The immersion factor is awesome, but it's a fucking huge wasted spot. Hang on, whatever. The other thing I like about it is traffic's a little slow. I don't play at traffic most of the time anyway. Traffic just fucking annoyingly pisses me right the fuck off. And part of that is because you live out in the middle of fucking BFE. And some of these guys make these maps and the traffic's, okay, some of them finally adjust the traffic because the speed of the traffic's fine. This one, they're not very fast. But my point is okay, fine. Traffic's fine for the immersion factor of it if it's truly realistic, in my opinion. But where I live out, and we have a paved road that goes right by the farm shop and the headquarters where I work. And there's times when you'll go an hour and won't see a goddamn car. And then there's times when it's 4:30 in the afternoon and kids are getting off school and you'll see 15 in a row. Yeah, but for the most of the day, and especially if you live not on a main road, you live over here on a gravel road, you know, I just traffic in these stupid games is just not right. Most of the time they got it set up to where it's like being in a fucking city. This one's not as bad because there's a pretty good space between the cars, but then you got two cars right in a row. I don't know. You know, it's neither here nor there, I guess. But I usually don't play traffic because it drives me nuts. Because most of the time it's not realistic. Um, he's got some bridges here, but okay, this one's probably realistic. It's just it's a culvert with some guardrails. But if you got to snake a goddamn combine through there with a 40-foot fucking head, you can do it. I can do it in real life. Done it more than once. Then put a stupid weird bridge in there that you can't get past, and you have to use a fucking head for or header trailer. Because there's times when you own this field over here, and you own this field over here, or you own this field over here, and you're done harvesting it, and you're like, oh, I just need to go an eighth of a mile. How many people want to take a goddamn head off of a combine to go an eighth of a fucking mile? Anyway, that's my biggest bitch about, which we already know. Cotton wouldn't be raised up here, but it's a big ass field of cotton. Should be shut off. Oh, 8:45. Hoonigan, how are you, buddy? Sorry, I was fucking around there and missed your message. Hopefully it didn't piss you off. Uh, well, I thought I seen you have something on your page today that you were still kind of I was just not exactly excited about what your next adventure was, where you were going. And that's kind of what tonight is. We're been showing some maps, and we had some issues. We had to do a couple hard restarts, so I had to start the stream over. So there is one if you want to go look at the 16x version of Medicine Creek. There'll be a 35-minute video live stream of that'll go up as a regular video tonight. That I had to restart because I trying to load into it, and I had mod conflict. I had a mod conflict with the Washington map that I've been thinking about doing a single player on, and then showing Spring Creek, which I'll probably go back to Spring Creek. I don't know. But I was showing this Morris map that come out that kind of got overlooked. It's a nice map. I mean, it's not overly topography wise. It's not overly hilly and crap like that, but it's a big map. The way I understand it, it's a 20x map, and of course you're not going to care because you're a console player, so it's a PC map. But I do like how it's got area added crops for the area. So if I need to do some more digging into that adding fruits to maps things, because I don't think it's that hard. I think it's one of the easier things to do. So I'll delete that, but that's what it is, Morris. The name of the map is Morris as far as the city area, but as far as the map it's Red River, Manitoba is what the actual map name is. And then we got this one I just downloaded. That's a 1x map. In Stone Valley. What's this Great Western Farms here? And I suppose. Because I have no idea what kind of conflicts. We better deselect all. And let's just do simple shit like advanced gameplay settings. I don't necessarily anything else there. Where's my other field info? I want field info, additional game settings. And definitely want easy def easy development controls. Definitely want those. And that. And then we'll go down here. Some of this other stuff's nice to have, but not when we're trying to really just look at the map, because you're not really going to play it. You're just looking at the map. I want we want anhydrous, and I want, come on, there you are, relight, and want thunder stuff. Where are you at, thunder? There you are. Unit convert, companion, vehicle HUD. Don't necessarily need that. But you want this so you can convert. So when you look at it, shows how many acres. It's one of the things that when Farmer Klein does his reviews, he uses the lease mod, which is fine. Where is that lease mod? Because I have it too. And I like that, but it doesn't. It shows everything in fucking hectares. As far as the regular game part, it's fine for using it in the lease ground, because leasing grounds is a viable field lease, viable way to play a game. I have no problem with that at all. Right, and again, right. I don't know. I just some of these guys that got servers and they're playing these dinky maps. I don't know why more of these bigger maps aren't more popular, especially like that one I was just showing. That's a nice map. Spring Creek, which might be getting brought to our server as a second game save. Like I said, I got to talk to Morris about it. Even that map I just showed might. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Red River Manitoba map is a little bit more stable than Spring Creek as far as not as many errors and stuff. But and for that matter, Camille's still around, so you had issues with it. I'm sure Camille would maybe fix it. Where the guy that did the Spring Creek, he don't think he's doing anything. I think he quit. Kind of like the guy that did the Huron, Michigan map. He quit too, I think. And there's a few things with it that can be polished up. Now, what's this? What do we got here? Obviously, this was a placeable house of some sort. Getting this piece of shit. You gotta love Giants, right? You tell them, hey, we would like, and then they tease you with the fucking teaser. the AI part of Farm Sim 22 before it came out, and they kept showing an older the OBS Ford, which pisses me off. I don't know how they get an OBS body, meaning old body style Ford, but whatever. Either way, looked like a 94, 92, 94 half-ton pickup, and then they give you this fucking piece of shit little Datsun fucking thing. But we made it sound like a V8. Vroom, 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 vroom. Vroom, vroom. Still a piece of shit. Surprising how some of these games, when you even if you don't pick out, don't do the. So this is what I mean. He'll show you the new map, and he'll show you how big the areas are, and I don't give a fuck about how many acres it is. And especially Klein, it's like he's an American. I want to know how many fucking acres it is. But yet, when he shows you the frickin' map, he don't bring it up like so. This is probably a 4X map, I'm gonna guess. And he shows you, well, it cost $100,000. Cost $400,000. This one cost $295,000. Well, this was $1.5 million. Mr. Klein, I don't give a shit how much it cost. You know why? Because there's this XML line in the map. It's called farmlands. And standard is $60,000 a hectare. So you can adjust that. So it doesn't mean a fucking thing on how goddamn big the field is by how much it costs. So like here, if all he's got to use, and I know he plays with the goddamn unit convert mod. I've seen him play with them. So why don't he have it in here when he's doing this? So when he's clicking on these, and it's like, oh, look, it's 75 acres. It's 47 acres. It's 59 acres. I said something to him the other day when he was doing these deal on and don't get me wrong, I like Farmer Klein, and most of his reviews are. It's just the one little nitpick thing I have about his map reviews. It's like, come on, give me how many fucking acres it is. I'm American. You're reviewing an American map. I don't give a shit how much it costs, and I don't give a shit how many hectares it is, because I don't want to have to fucking work my brain over on how many. That's one of the things when I look at a map and the layout of a map. That's one of the things that's going to tell me whether I like it or not. How it's laid out. And I can tell you right now that this map's not going to be not going to do it for me. Not sure why the hell it's even in my list. Maybe I had seen it and was trying to figure out whether I liked it or not. But I'm sure it's a 4X map. I don't think it's a 2X. I don't think it's a 1X. Yeah, it could be a 1X. It could be a 1X. This is probably a 1X map. Well, if I'm going to play a smaller map, which this is cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. They got the little... But I hate logging. I mean... I don't know why the hell this map's in this fucking folder. Because I can tell you right now, this isn't a map I'm going to... don't have no interest in playing. It's got some bigger fields. Mind you, bigger. Not huge, but bigger. Huh. Alright, seen enough of this one. Let's get out of here. And I should like more maps like that, because if I played more maps like that, they're probably better. There's no errors, right? The bigger you get the map, the more potential for bullshit to happen. Okay, so that one was Great Western Farms, Medicine Creek, Manitoba, Prestige Valley. This is a 4X map, and I think it's got 158 fields in a 4X map. They're probably dinky. again. Do I take a chance? Just do the real life numbers? And then I need head hider. I've got to remember to get that stupid thing out of this frickin' folder. That causes issues, and you don't need it because the Easy Dev Controls has a head hider in it. Where's it at? C D E H. There it is, head toggle. Well, hopefully it'll work. If I remember correctly, I've seen this little map and I thought it wasn't a bad map. It's one of them ones that's I'm kicking around between this one and Washington. I think where it's a 4X and it has 158 fields. I'm thinking there's a bunch of dinky fields in here. And mind you, you don't, if you're going to try to do an 80s playthrough thing, I don't know. That's part of the reason why I have troubles with that, because I like big equipment. And you had big equipment in the 80s, just not as big as now, but you know, you had, that's when you had, you know, Versatile and Steiger and all those companies like that were you know, they didn't survive the farm crisis in the mid 80s, but up to that point, you know, you had 300, 400, some, you know, the Tiger 3, you know, 475, 525 horse tractor. That's still not a small tractor. A 350 horse tractor. Now that's, by today's standards, a toy. Because like, what is John Deere's smallest 9R? 9410R, I think. So John Deere's smallest one is about as big as some of the biggest ones back then. Steigers. Now I know you can get smaller Steigers. Because like our neighbor is big, he's got two of them, and one of his bigger ones is only a 400, and they got a 350, and it's like, whoopee. Alright. Gotta remember why this is still in here. There's some reason I was thinking I liked this map, I think. Even though it's a smaller map. What's the PDA? What's the PDA like? Well, not all the fields in the thing are stupid small. It's got some really dinky shit down in here. I mean, a bunch of them. 3 acres, 3 acres, 10 acres. Yeah, this is stupid. 1 acre. Come the fuck on. I guess you want to do some plot farming. But like 104 here, it's 185 acres. 140 acres. See, I'd rather see more of this and more of the, I mean, I can put up a 30 and 40 and 50 acre fields, but this dinky shit. 2 acres. What is stupid. What do you think I'm raising? Goddamn field of tomatoes. But they're not square. I do like that. Well, you definitely got the gambit on this map. Where you got 185, 190. I think that 190 is the biggest. All the way down to 1.2. So you do your real farming here, and your son can do his garden farming down here with these Erdl tractors, like I used to do. All right, let's see what she looks like. It appears to be somewhat flat. It's not a horrible looking map per se, but oh, gotta love it when I forget these question mark things. They're in the air like that. There's a bunch of them. There's another one. Well, they're not all square. I'll give him that much, but there's some of them it's like, well, why don't you have... Okay. It's flatter, that goddamn pancake, though, ain't it? Yeah, it's pretty flat. Pretty flat. It's like up here, these little fields like this. Why? Especially that one. Why did they do that? When you got some bigger fields anyway. I can understand that one because you got trees around it, but this stupid shit. Yeah, I get it. You can plow them together, but it's still not right. It's still dumb. I'm not seeing any of the farmsteads here. Where are the farms? Well, I'm gonna guess this area here was probably a farm in beginner mode. Okay, this one over here you can is a farm probably. So see, this is what I. There's a couple of these fields that he's got dinkied out that don't need to be. Don't need to be. There's not like there's a drainage ditch here. I mean, if they're supposed to be, but make this one fucking field right here. Make this back here all one fucking field. Make these two here one field. Whatever. Oh, there's Mr. Keith lurking again. Making me talk to myself and blibber blabber about nothing. So now we're going to get down in here where our 1 acre plots are at. And what are the reasoning for them? What the fuck is the reasoning for these stupid fields like this? Why? I mean, it's not like there's trees. I mean, it's like, it's just, this just should be one fucking field here. And that one I can understand because you got a driveway to a house. Jesus Christ. Stupid. And yeah, I probably won't be playing this one either. I was wondering why the hell this was in here. I thought I liked this map. Not really. Must not have really looked at this map yet. Wonder where this stupid thing's based out of. I do like his asphalt texture. He's got a nice asphalt texture. Oh, smart-ass high school kid's been running around here hitting mailboxes. What's his traffic like? Not a bad little town. His traffic isn't horrible, I guess, but still. Huh. What This is supposed to be American. Is it supposed to be an American map? Oh, I tell you what, really knocking it out of the fucking ballpark for viewers tonight. Between starting over 3 times and not really doing much, just looking at maps and bullshit. And I guess nobody wanted to bullshit with me tonight because nobody's fucking actually talking much in chat tonight. A few. Guess everybody's over watching Jake actually farm. Alright, I've seen enough of this fucking this map. We're done with it. I just didn't see it. Doesn't have any added crops, so quit. Yes. Now, the map that I seen today, we'll see what it looks like. It's only a 1x map. The funny thing is, and the guy said, it's a big, it's like a 1.2 gig. It's a huge freaking file size for such a small map. I think everything works. I think the only thing I need to shut off on this one's the same thing as before, HUD hider. HUD toggle. And I need to make sure we shut off real life numbers. And I think that's everything else is fine. No, don't need this. Okay. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it don't log up. I haven't. First time I've tried download, just opening up this map. And if it didn't have any fields, I'm sure it's a 1x map. And from what I've seen when watching these 2 YouTube videos on it, it might turn into a single player 80s type map. It's based in Kentucky, I think, somewhere. So I don't think it has a lot of big fields, but it's a 1x map too, so, or a standard size map. I mean, even my Evergreen map, which I actually liked that map for a small map, it even made Farm Sim guy's one of his more favorite maps of the FS22 for last year. And I can play with bigger equipment on it because it's got big fields on it and manage the 10 fields or whatever it is that's on it in single player. But as you can see, I haven't got 5 single player videos with it. I have a hard time doing single player playthroughs. Even though I'm sitting here talking to myself now, I just will be doing a single player, I guess. And I'm sure part of that's my fault for having to do a hard restart 3 fucking times. And now we're 9:15, and I started at 5:30 and ain't done a fucking thing. But I was kind of hoping to get some more people in here just to visit with tonight. %? That's weird. I've never seen one stop at 85%. Don't you do some weird, goofy shit. Because usually it's 20%, and then the 65% usually right in there is usually where it does its. But at least it's still spinning, so if it does decide it's not going to work, I can at least know if it's still spinning like that, it's in limbo and won't go any farther. I can still tab the hell out of here. When it stops spinning, when it locks up, is when you have to do a hard restart. We got a Lua chaff missions goofing up, huh? So it's not gonna load. But even though it didn't load, I don't have to do a hard restart. I just got to restart Farm Sim 22. Although it shows a black screen. Now does it show a loading screen at least? Ooh, it reloaded quick. Okay. There we go. So, well, guess we can do easy. 80%. Wonder what was screwed up. Continue. Well, we'll deselect all just so we can look at the map. I want additional field. I don't want that. I want that. Alright, I need to quit adding. I just need dev more than anything. Dev. Well, I must be really boring tonight. No one's saying shit. Two people in here just in here but not doing anything. Keith's probably working on a mod again. That's right. He did say Maze Plus was causing problems with that map, huh? Let's get rid of Maze Plus. HUD hider. I remember correctly now. I was watching his stream. He was talking about Maze Plus and creating a problem. I need real life numbers. Simple inspector. Don't need that. Come on, real life numbers. Where you at? There you are. See if it works now. See if it works now. And for what I seen when he was talking about it, he incorporated row crop ready into this map, but he also made it so it's either or. You don't have to have a special version of the map on any field. You can plant the row crop ready. And I like the row crop ready concept, but I did not. So far, don't really give a care for the maps that it has come out on. I mean, I know there's an Alma row crop ready. I just haven't messed with it enough. I think I love the concept of it. And I even watched a deal where he tested it and it was showing where the yields for doing row crop was way down, so he was going to adjust it so it was the same. But I do remember him saying that Maze Plus was throwing a fit with this map. He had to laugh because he said, I don't give a shit anyway. I don't like that mod. And I ain't going to say I don't like it. I just never use it. Part of my problem there is because I never get to where I'm raising cows much. So we're going to hang up at 85% again. That's an odd place for it to hang up. I've never had one hang up there. It appears to be something screwy with the chaff mission thing. Which isn't a dire thing. It's kind of funny though. That's not a very old mod, that chaff mission one. Okay, so let's restart here. See if we can get the goddamn to load up or not. At least it's just hanging up and it's not locking the fucking game up. So let's try it again. Continue. And chaff missions. I don't need that stupid animal cane thing either. I don't know how the hell how that made its way into this particular mod folder either. All that red shit. Don't need two of these. Need to figure. I know what happened there is I've done and I edited these and renamed them because it was like diesel barrels, and I'm a stickler about I want my mod folders to say FS22. These guys that don't do that drive me nuts. So I noticed the time it got renamed, but it didn't get deleted out of this folder. Probably is part of the reason why that's like that. So, and where's chaff missions? Chopping missions is what seems to be the hanging, where it was hanging up, I think. Come on. Can't tell I don't like John Deere, huh? Them two really need to get rid of them because they aren't not worth a shit. This is the straight truck aisle. If I get in there, I'll show you. I don't know if Rank's back or not. I'll show him that straight truck. I need to work on it. Shut Mage Plus off. Where is multiple missions? If I remember correctly, I don't need multiple missions anymore because it's part of better contracts also. I don't need two versions of this. Don't need two versions of that. need real life numbers. Where is... Alright. Where's it at? Where's the chopper missions at? Which is kind of odd. I can't imagine why that wouldn't work. Where are you at? Chaff mission? That's under chaff? You gotta love it when you get so many mods. Mission contractor, missions. So there's Lime contracts. Alright, goddammit, where you at? I know you're in here. I've seen you more than once. Come on, where's that? I don't think it's this early. It's not. God damn it. Where's the missions for chopping missions? Bunch of bale storage. Come on, where you at? God damn it. Camera settings, case. Critters, Cricket Creek, crop manager, crop growth. Terracotta, cultivator field. Donut production. Why is that still in here? Productions. I was even going to dabble a little bit one time when they come out right after with the whole brown pop thing for whiskey or whatever. And I still couldn't, even though it was whiskey, I still couldn't make myself play with productions. I can't stand productions. Imagine that. Alright, where the goddamn hell is the son of a bitch at? We're back into the John Deere stuff, and I know it ain't part of the John Deere pack. Need to get rid of that one, because there's the edited one. I think I finally remembered to delete the RTK thing. It was throwing a fit. Well, that son of a bitch is in here. I know it's in here, because It's actually working on Spring Creek because it showed the chaff missions. Mission contractor. Multiple missions. No need to roll. Object storage. Fiber dash. Passenger mod. Oh, come the hell on. Where are you at? Suppose I passed it again already. This is about as exciting as watching paint fucking dry. Where the goddamn hell's the motherfucking thing at? That fucking thing can go bye-bye too. That shouldn't even be in here. I hate that son of a bitch. Don't need the toolbox mod. Where the fuck is the goddamn thing? Done passed it again already. Where the goddamn hell's the fucking... Oh, motherfucker. Where's the fucking chaff missions? Collect straw at missions. That's not it. That's an old mod. Crop rotation, Demcos, diesel barrels, disable motor stop, AMR, dry corn add-on, enhanced exhaust, HUD, fuel storage, feed mill, forage, there it is, forage contracts, Jesus Christ. Start. Now that everybody left. Let's see if it actually works this time. One person watching, huh? Why do I bother? Guess maybe I should have stuck with the whole being on the server tonight. 9:30. Started at 5:30. 4.5 hours of fucking nothing. Well, hopefully it loads this time. If it don't, we'll go back to Spring Creek. And I was actually planning on trying to start doing a little of a build tonight, but I guess. Don't know why, because I'm probably not going to play single player on Spring Creek anyway, but... Holy crap! It worked. Alrighty. Hey Trio, what's up, boy? What's going on, buddy? Not been a very good, productive night. Escape. Turn down, down, down. Normal. Off. 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 Back on. I guess we'll leave traffic on to see what traffic's like. And what's the PDA look like? Definitely a 1X map. If I remember correctly, the only added crop types is... Oh, he's got more than what he'd said. Row crop soybeans, silage corn, which is also row crop. He's got clover, hops, alfalfa, millet, and rye. So he does have a few added crops in here, besides the row crop stuff. Guess now the bigger deal is how dinky is all these goddamn fields. 28, 43. Yeah, it says 132, but that's not, that's all of this. $18, 37, 28. It's 165, but that's not one field. You got 3 fields there. 15, 30, 12, 11, 8. And he did it right for the whole, because I remember talking about this for the roads and stuff. This is buyable, but it's, you don't have to pay nothing. And I think this is the starting farm and the only farm on here. I think. He's right. It is a big file for no bigger than it is. We're down to 1 viewer again, so. So this is his main farm. Not a bad little farm. Well, he's got it set up. Looks decent. I'm not sure I've ever really seen this shop. More of a storage shed than a shop. And here we go with the stupid grain bins. Commodity shed. Milking, beef barn, small silage. This is an old storage shed. So is this an actual shop here? Probably supposed to be a shop, I'm gonna guess. Has a lean-to on it. Fuel barrel. storage shed. So this is the shop, huh? With dry storage on the side. Well, welcome back, Ninja. Well, you ain't got a bad spot here. Make a nice little farm out of that, I suppose. Could do an 80s playthrough with this. Sugar beets. Yeah. Summer fallow. Grass field. Like I said, it seems to me like that's kind of neat. Now see, I don't mind you putting this kind of stuff for immersion in a map, unlike like on Red River, Manitoba, where you had these huge farms that looked great, but it's a waste of space. This isn't so much of a waste of a space. You're not going to really do much there. Sunflowers. It's a bigger field, not bad. I don't know. We might use this map. I haven't decided. I don't know. It's still got some dinky shit. Is this silage corn here? No. It's hops. So you can give that beer a better taste. That's what hops is all about. Another empty field. What we got in here? Canola. Oats. So, highway goes this way, but you can't get to town that way. Really? So, turn into town's kind of janky. Turn into town's kind of janky, if you ask me, but whatever. Church for the Bible thumpers. What's this say? Larson's Livestock Auction. Sales every week. Licensed and bonded. New buyers, please turn here to go. Turn here because you're going to the sale barn, but it's also how you get into town. Don't particularly like that. I mean, to me, you're going to have this nice highway go by here. You should have a nice access into town. You know, why didn't he? Anyway, if nothing else, that should have a nice 2-lane road into town. But at least he's got a little town area. Casey's. Assume this is the courthouse. That's the livestock, obviously. This is the dealership, I guess. All them brand new 8Rs. Couple 9Rs. Farmer's market. Yeah, I would say that's the kind of janky coming into town. But other than that, I mean, it's a nice little map, I guess. Some more of this is silage corn. I can tell. Excuse me. I got an old run down. He probably was a farmstead at one time, went bankrupt type thing, and has a nice steel shed on it. Or not necessarily nice. It's Quonset. A Quonset. These things, for what they cost, they give you storage. But the problem with them is you couldn't ever, you know, if you had a tall cab, you couldn't get very much in them because you wasted 4 foot on each side because you can't get close to the wall. Somebody bought it and turned it into an acreage. We got a cabin in here. Ooh, one of these. I've seen this cabin. I have this cabin. Oh, rundown barn. Looks like a good place for a sit still. It's Kentucky. You never know. I think that's what this is supposed to be, based off of Kentucky. Wow. That ought to be a fun fucking little field to... farming that one's ought to be a bitch. Yeah, you combine it this way for a little while. Then you combine it that way for a little while. And then... Definitely not made for very, very, very big equipment. Suppose. But he still has a bridge that you can... Not a stupid one. Huh. I don't know. Not a bad little map, I'm going to say. Well, I guess with that being said, state of my channel. I don't know. That was supposed to be part of the discussion tonight, but there ain't much, hardly anybody here to discuss it. We have had some interesting map issues as far as what we've looked at as far as maps goes. What I've been thinking about, I don't know. I do think that there's a strong possibility that either Spring Creek probably a really good chance at Spring Creek getting put on a server. I don't know, either Spring Creek or Morris. I like both of them. Spring Creek is huge as far as the map goes. I do believe, Red River, Manitoba's isn't small either. It's the way the way it reads to me, it's actually should be bigger than North Dakota, because 10x or 10 by 10.4 by 10 kilometer by 10 kilometers, shouldn't that be a 20x? Am I correct, Keith? Wouldn't that be considered a 20x? And a 16x map is an 8 kilometer by 8 kilometer? Am I correct? And they claim Spring Creek is supposed to be a 36x, which I don't think that doesn't sound right. But it's 12 kilometer by 12 kilometer. To me, that should be a 24x. But either way, they're some pretty good sized maps, and I know for sure that Morris, that's a Camille map, and most of the Camille maps are fairly stable. And like I said, the nice thing about that is he has 2 versions of that map. He has a real life numbers version of that map, and he has a regular version of that map. And what's nice about that is you play, real life numbers changes all of the parameters in the game's prices for everything, your price points, which isn't in this map. But your price points are real prices. Like here, here still. Are we still playing? Are we playing on hard? Are we playing on hard? Yep, we're on hard. And so prices in here are still not exactly right. So, you know, 934 for wheat, which the last couple of years we've had phenomenal wheat prices, but it never got up to 934. It got up to 7, right around maybe 8, but I don't think it ever got to 9. You know, barley, same thing. Oats for damn sure. Oats are never that high. Canola. Canola, you can make pretty good money on canola, I think, but you've got to be on top of your game. Sorghum, nope. Now for the things I really know about, soybeans, we're playing on hard mode, and $29, $30, $30, $33.76 for fucking soybeans. There ain't a goddamn farmer alive right now who's getting $33 a bushel for fucking soybeans. There wouldn't be a kernel of soybeans anywhere. I mean, he'd sweep the damn things out from underneath the frickin' if it was a half a bushel out from underneath the auger. I mean, you know, and high prices for that's in July, and we're in August. So, you know, August is one of the lowest price points here. So you got to go all the whole year when your highest price points in July for soybeans hit $33 a bushel. What a bunch of bullshit. So see, this is when you buy it from the buying stations that are around here, and these aren't meant. This is the way you can cheat in the game. You can buy it, and you know, for $27.42, turn around, take it to the spinnery, and spin it, and get $5, $5.50 $6 a bushel, more. Corn. Well, how ridiculous is corn? It's fairly ridiculous. You know, $13.91 when corn's never ever been that high. But you can't buy it from the buying station and make a profit. At least this here, you know, $13.39. I guess you can make a profit by $13.91, but not much. Not enough to where it's not enticing to cheat that way. What's wheat? So yeah, wheat's $11.88 if you buy it and turn around and sell it for 9. Barley, oats. Yes, oats prices are crazy. Yeah, sorghum. Yeah. So what's sunflowers? Right now, soybeans are about the only thing you could cheat and make money on. Now, this has got Brewer's Grain, what the hell this shit is? Is this part of the Maize Plus, I think. That's what some of this weird shit here is. Carrots, that was added. Dry alfalfa, that's pretty crazy price for alfalfa. Alfalfa silage, okay, how about just alfalfa hay? This chicken, what the hell is this shit? This must be part of some of the frickin'. Alright, alfalfa. Here we go, dry corn. So fucking stupid. You don't get paid a premium for fucking dry corn. I still hate this. Millet. Millet's never 15 bucks. Field peas. I'm not sure prices on field peas, but still. Rye. Yeah, anyway. Donuts, because this, for some stupid reason, I still have the donut production in here. I don't know how that got how the hell that ended up in this save. This stuff here, I don't know what the hell this shit is. Horse silage. Okay. Beet pulp. Beet pulp around here is like brewer's yeast or brewer's grain, which is a byproduct of ethanol. And beet pulp is what's left over after they grind up the beets to extract the sugar and molasses from it. Is used as a the feedlots around here feed it to supplement in the feed mix. But anywho, back to this big ass map. I don't know. There's a good possibility this will end up on the server. I think it's a possibility. Like I said, I gotta talk to Morris. And before I do, I'm gonna see if I can figure out that edit and the added crops. Because if that's the case, you know, the millet and the rye could stay in, but we could get rid of the carrot and the onions, and where it's supposed to be a North Dakota deal, we could add lentils and the buckwheat off a couple of them other maps or something before we put it on the server, if I can get it figured out and done without making a mess out of the map. Because I don't think when it comes to the map part of it, it's not. I think when you add fruit types, you don't have to. It's not a giant thing. It's XML and shaders thing. When you add, I think, if I'm correct, I don't think you have to do anything in the actual i3D file. But I could be wrong, mind you. But that's the only thing I really see wrong with this map as far as the map itself goes. I mean, yeah, you got some dinky fields here and there, which there's no such thing as a map that's not going to have a small field here or there. I mean, that's I get it. It's just not going to be everything in a map. And then you got where some of these dinky fields are at. It's not actually just the dinky field you're buying. You're still buying a big area. Come on, get caught up. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this performs on a server. So like that area is still 119 acres for that 159 here. Even though there's 3 little fields there. I don't know. I guess we'll see. And I guess with that said, it's 10 o'clock. I've fucking bored everybody enough tonight and fucked around and made a mess out of my streams tonight. So thought I'd try something a little bit different, and obviously it didn't go very well. Guess nobody watches live streams or recordings of farm sim to watch people jump between maps and their computer locking up and that kind of stuff. As far as a live stream goes, I haven't really seen anybody do map reviews per se. Not that I was actually doing a map review tonight. It's more of I didn't want to play on a server because I don't want to get any farther ahead of everybody that's already on the server because they haven't been on to play. I was actually going to try to set up a little bit of a farm. I was going to go through some of the different maps and then set up a farm here is what I was kind of thinking about doing because I bought this. But I do like this map because it's big. There's big fields on it and it's not just flat. You know, that's one of the things I like about this map is it's not just flat. I mean, it's flat, but it's not flat. Does that make sense? I mean, I can't, like on Morris, you can pretty much see all the way across the map. And it's not flat, but it's pretty flat. This map's a lot less flat than that. But I don't know. Just thinking about, and I know it's dumb. You're not supposed to build on a hill, but build a house over in here somewhere, and then over in here we could put the shop. And anyway, because this whole section right here doesn't have any. Where I'm at, where I'm at, where I'm at, where I'm at. I am right there. So you zoom in on this section, and you can tell, looking at the PDA, that this definitely was not farmed. They got that right on this one. But they don't have some of the other crap in here. But either way, it's still, you know, your square here is a section. So this is a quarter of a section. So my thought was is I could build my farm in here a little bit, and I could throw some pastures in here, and I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, because it's really too big to be playing fucking single player on, but I'd never be bored. I'd always have something to do. I still think it's going to end up on the server. I just do. Because on the server, you goddamn sure know that there's definitely plenty of places for everybody to farm. 390 farms, grounds. Always going to be a contract even after people's got a couple hundred acres, you know. And with, say we can get 5 people working on this 5 people on the server, you could definitely get 5 people on this map and everybody wouldn't have to worry about somebody getting bigger than the other. On Huron, kind of there already. I mean, we're not, you know, there's a lot there, but I don't know. I'm still seriously thinking about turning this into a second save on the map. And for that matter, we might have 3 because we might add this map and we might add Red River, you know, Manitoba on there too. But like I said, I think I'm going to figure out the whole adding fruit types thing and get rid of these onions and get rid of these carrots. And I know North Dakota raises sugar beets, but figure out how to kill the sugar cane, the grapes, and the olives. Not that you ever see anybody try to plant that. Well, a lot of times that's one thing you don't see NPC farmers try to plant, but you definitely have plenty of fucking potatoes and sugar beets. If you look at the sugar beets, we'll shut everything off here in this map. But the sugar beets. I can't believe the cotton that's in here. And then some of the new crops. Should be more of the new crops. Some peas, not very many peas, but there's some. Appears to be some onions. Who the fuck plants onions? So, alfalfa. I didn't see any alfalfa. Didn't see any rye. And the carrots are red. So what the hell did I miss? Sorghum. So like right now, the only thing showing up that's planted is sugar beets. And there's some big goddamn fields of sugar beets. You know, for some of these dinkier fields down, that's what pisses me off. You don't want 450 fucking acres of sugar beets to try to harvest with the dinky sugar beet equipment we got. I'd pull my fucking head out. That one ought to be wheat, barley, canola, you know, something you can get 5 combines in there combining. Okay, come on, get saved. Kind of funny though, because you added carrots and onions. You don't see any. No, nobody's raised them, but there are some peas. That's what the light blue stuff is. Huh. I don't know what we're going to do here. I just know that that is a possibility for what's coming down the pike as far as the channel per se. I don't know how you want to put it. As far as because it's not necessarily a channel decision. That's the reason why it's not been done. If it was a channel decision, I'd have probably already got it on there. But it could be it's a decision I got to make with Morris because it's Morris is the one that pays for the server, even though I do a lot of the work on the server as far as trying to keep the mods going and that kind of stuff. And Morris is not dumb by any mind. That's not what I mean. I mean he's done some mod stuff too. When we have problems with the server, he's right there looking at the logs and helping helping figure out what we got a problem with. He's pretty good about figuring that out just as much as I am as far as. So it's nice to have two brains there trying to figure out problems with logs and what mods are causing issues and conflicts when you look through the log. But anyway, it's his money that's getting spent every 3 months or every month. I don't remember what it is. Anyway, for the server cost, so it's pretty much his server. So that's why I got to talk to him, see how he feels about adding a couple maps, then having a couple, 3 different saves, and then every now and then swapping around. That's something we could do on like now on the Huron server where Tyler's not getting on and playing, but he needs to get on and play. We could swap it to a different save where some of the other guys are definitely around on and play on that, and that's a possibility. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for some single player stuff because I think a channel's content is important to have some of them 20-minute single player through things. It gives people something to watch during, you throw an upload out there, a couple times a week and live stream a couple times a week. It helps build the channel. I'm not an idiot there. I just have a hard time making myself do it because I hate. For me, playing farm sim's a community thing. Getting a bunch of people together that are like-minded and enjoying each other and just getting on and bullshitting and having fun. And even live streaming by myself, interacting with my chat, which has not been very conducive tonight. And that's partly mostly my fault because of having to start over couple times because of locking up because of wanting to show Medicine Creek and what the potential of Medicine Creek is. God, I'd really love to see somebody do that with that 16x map. That'd be a nice map. I like my old Ford. It's a nice mod. Yes, I updated this mod. I worked on this mod. I added the color options, and I did, change some things in it. And I heard somebody was all mad about how these roads aren't exactly square. Like, well, why does roads have to be exactly square? I mean, I get it when it comes to working on course play or whatever, but that's one of the things that need to change on this, man, this pickup still. It does not have much rolling resistance. It should have way more than that. Or it has too much rolling resistance. It should not have as much as it does, because when you let off, it shouldn't stop right away. But, as you can see, we do have course play here. I did download, and I've had it for a while, so this map does have course play for it. It has some things that needs to be added and edited, but that can always be done over time if people want to play it. We got a few spots in the roads that can be smoothed out a little bit. That can be done. The biggest complaint I have about the course play routes on here are I do not like at all how they did their intersection thing here. It's kind of weird. I've never ever seen anybody do it like this. Which it works, mind you, but it's kind of weird. This is a multi-directional. This thing in here, that's what the blue lines means. It goes both directions, and green lines is one direction only. So, like, you know, you can come into here and go across and come out, but that is weird. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Weird how it does this. And it kind of goofs up when it does this. And I thought this frickin' pickup had friction on the tires, but it sure as hell ain't acting like it, is it? I know this is one I've worked on. I might have to go in and look at them tires again. Sometimes I'll get lazy and go, God, I don't want to fucking put friction on all these goddamn 50 bazillion tire options. Sometimes it's nice to have options, but sometimes it's too goddamn much. So, where do we want to go here? Let's go. So let's go. Let's just say we're going to go up here to field 381. That's the other thing. Some of the fields are a little sparse, but like I said, at least you got something here to edit instead of having to make a whole fucking new one. That's when auto drive, auto drive doing it by yourself, like on that map we were just showing. I was just showing you that Frog Creek map, that 1X map. Yeah, that's one thing. But a map like this, oof, we had to do this whole thing by scratch. And I'm sure that Red River, Manitoba, I think that there's, matter of fact, some of those maps actually have auto drive built into the map sometimes. I can't remember. Anyway, what field we were going to go to? Field 381. So let's go to 381, and the reason why we're going to 381 because I want to see how this thing actually turns in this goofball intersection thing that they did way different than what I'm used to. And it slows down because you got to come up here and you got to figure out. I mean, at least they go through the intersection slow, but see how it doesn't turn. It comes right up to that before it turns. I don't know. Maybe it's not so bad. Damn sure tell us kind of a rough road places. I don't know. I think this map, I mean, there's a lot of potential for it. I think it'd be a fun multiplayer map. You know, like here, all these take and fix the goddamn edges of some of these fields. That's one thing that does need to be done, but that's easy. You can do that yourself with it's kind of a stupid place for a field marker. Right in the middle of a fucking intersection. Okay. Anyway, at least you got something to edit and work with here. More than I can say for some maps, don't have any. Like, I don't know, has there been an auto drive route released for Tahiti County yet? I'm not sure there has been. Oh, there's some sick looking corn. One thing about this map, you could have 5 guys on here all doing their own thing and they never see each other. So I guess yeah, damn, I must have not have any. Might be this wheel option too. I need to look at that because that thing should not be sliding like that. But either way, I don't know. is the OBS. I haven't played with the OBS in a long time. I think I've farted with this stupid thing, but I don't remember if I've done a whole lot to it. Oh look, damn! I hate rims like these. All these guys and these pickups, these big fancy pickups that they've been putting out anymore, and these stupid rims. It's like Jesus Christ. I mean, I like nice rims. Nice rims, okay? These are not nice rims. These aren't practical. You don't see this kind of shit on a farm. Now, the 25-year-old that just got some high-powered paying job that lives in Denver, that lives in the suburbs, that drives a pickup like this, yeah, he probably does have that kind of bullshit on there. He's probably got a pecker the size of a frickin' rice. And I like bigger tires. I mean, there's a within reason, you know. Like my pickup, my 99 Super Duty, I got two sizes. It's got 385 instead of, well, it's not two sizes, it's one size instead of 365s or 265s. You know, and I don't mind different rims, but not rims like that. Just stupid. Ugh. Huh. I thought this thing had some more options than it does. And obviously I haven't done much with this pickup evidently because the colors are way, god damn, what the hell is this color? Wow! Look! Oof. Ugh. The black cherry, I like the sounds of it, but it just doesn't pan out as what it should be in real life. Yeah, okay, so we definitely need to do some color work to this pickup. Bad. Bad. Bad, bad. Yeah, bad. It needs some. It needs some work. Type 2. The fuck you calling junk? Or are you talking about them stupid goddamn wheels? If you're talking about them wheels, I'm in 100% agreement with you, Keith. Ugh. And everybody's doing that. You get these nice pickups or some Dodges and a new Fords, or these guys are working on them, and you look at the file size, and they're 158 kilobytes instead of an 80 kilobytes or whatever. They're huge files, and half the time it's because they got 5 bazillion nigger rims on them. Oops, I didn't say that. Half bazillion what the hell you call them rims? Uncalled for rims? I don't. Ugly. I guess growing up the way I grew up, they were called what you're not supposed to call them. But anyway, I guess maybe they should be called. What should they be called? Urban. And I didn't. Ah, son of a bitch. All right, come over here now and shop. Stay there, because now I got to figure out where the hell this son of a bitch is at. Where's the shop? Oh, that's right. This is the Cummins. This one has the Cummins swap. And this is where I'm at. So if I make him go to field 377, that'll be close. This is the Cummins swap one. I think there's a power stroke one of these. Why the fuck's he got his flashers on for? Get the fuck off the road, here I come. Oh, he's starting to do squirrely shit. We're about to have a fucking wreck. Yeah, it's a good thing he's got his flashers on. Yes, sir. No, I haven't worked on this thing. Oh, all right. So finally, at the end, we got some laughing going on. Anyway, how far is he going to get before he starts swirling around again? Yeah, you got that old Cummins wound up pretty tight, don't he? You better stop, buddy. Because you're at the edge of the map. It's one of the things I've noticed about whatever they have here on clear down here and turn around instead of going somewhere else because I got to add. There's got to be some more turnaround points added on the map, evidently. Yeah, why the hell he went clear down there to turn around instead of going around the block? I still don't quite understand the whole goddamn flashers bullshit. Why you got these flashers on? And hazard lights, yes, but... Uh-oh. We're about to get fucked again here. See, I shut the hazard lights off thing and he still got them on. That's weird. Anyhow. Yeah, we got course play, but it definitely needs some editing. And this whole roundabout bullshit, what the hell's this all about? Well, I'm sure it does. My power stroke probably sounds better too. We're about to get fucked up again. Whoa! Okay. Had about enough. Had about enough of this bullshit. Sound half bad idling. It gets wound up past whatever. It don't sound the greatest, does it? Now, where the hell is he at? There he is. Reset. So that must mean right here must be the shop. Right here is shop. Clear at the bottom of the goddamn map almost. Which actually wasn't horrible from where I'm at, I guess. But whatever. I forgot that that thing was a Fummins. Probably why I hadn't been playing with it. There again, them fucking things, I need to get them out of here. I hate them fucking TLX fucking I'm glad that they're there. Gives people that play consoles an option, but woof. I don't remember how this coming sounds. That sounds a little better. And I'm not a whole huge fan of the whole 6.7. What the hell? 2,089 horsepower? Are you kidding me? But the Cummins tune is only 514. Something's goofy there. And I worked on this mod. I wonder if I ended up screwing up on a decimal point on the torque scale. It's a possibility. Possibility. I don't know if I like that grill guard or not. Pickle steps? I've never heard them called that. This one I did change the colors on. So it actually has some decent colors options. I like the iconic blue. I'm always buying blue. I like blues. I'm not sure why they have blue jean on here because that's a Ford color, but whatever. Jesus H. Christ. Really? They got all this bullshit on here? Nope. That don't look for shit, does it? Inner bumper. Okay, that looks better. Mirror housings. Door handles. I like my chrome. Not like everybody else in their stupid plastic shit. So, did I lose anybody? Ninja, Keith, you guys still here? There. Yes, that sounds better. So far, the one thing about this stupid mod that pisses me off is the stupid mirrors. They weren't working. 100 mile an hour and it doesn't sound like it's about to fucking fly apart. Which isn't necessarily realistic either. Why all of a sudden? I know this subway's got friction on it. Why is it sliding all over the map? This is a mega cabbie, I need it. He is. I think they got the box wrong. You can't get an 8-foot box with a mega cab. If I'm correct, it's only the 6-foot box. They look kind of funny, the mega cab dualies. Because you can't get an 8-foot box. I'm fucking positive you can't get an 8-foot box with a mega cab. It's only 6 foot. And when they do that, the whole fucking box is the fucking tailgate is the fender, pretty much. They look kind of funny, the dually mega cabs. Oh, we're at fucking 10:30, so now we're going on 5.5 hours of stupid as shit. Anyhow, so I guess thanks for the few of you people that tolerated the bullshit tonight, and not all that great of a stream. Probably the best part of the stream's been the last 15 minutes. Anyhow, I'm not going anywhere. It's not what I meant by as far as the state or future of my channel. It's just more of a discussion of what I've been rolling over in my head and trying to do. And I know I keep talking about the real life farming shit. I know I need to get it done and quit fucking around and just suck it up and get something edited and get it out there, even if it is last year's content. It'd be better than anything. Because my real life farming content seems to do okay. And I do, like I said earlier, I do think that I need to figure out and do. All the streams were great. Well, what the hell do you mean, Keith? You were in the background doing something else. That's why they were good? Anyway. Oh. Down to 13 degrees, which is a lot better than 19 below. Anyhow. Like I said, I know I need to do something, because you can't just do, 3 live streams a week, or, like Monday, Tuesday this week. I had a great stream on Sunday, enjoyed the people that were here, enjoyed my time, but then Monday rolled around, I'm like, oh, I need to do a stream because it's my normal stream night. Well, I didn't. I thought, well, you know what? Because I've really kicked around the idea of changing my stream nights to Tuesdays and Thursdays. And just doing Tuesdays and Thursdays and then Saturdays, and keep Saturdays the same. And that way, if you miss a Saturday, you can still stream on Sunday afternoon, which I still might do some Sunday afternoons. That one didn't do as good as I thought it would do, but I don't know what was going on. So I don't know if part of that was just because football, people cold and chasing around mama around the house, or what the hell is going on. As far as not very many people on the stream, or if it was just simply because there wasn't hardly anybody else streaming Saturday afternoon. Because I started at 2 o'clock and ended up having a pretty long stream, but or was it 4 o'clock I started? Shit, I don't even remember now. But anyhow, I know, thanks, Ninja. I know, Rabbit Rob started streaming ATS, but I thought maybe that's where fucking Keith was at Sunday, because I didn't see him all day. He must have been chasing Mama around the house. Anyway, just giving you some shit, Keith. Just giving you shit. I didn't have any of my moderators in for quite a while on Sunday. But anyhow, I was surprised that I didn't have more people on Sunday, and I don't know just what the hell the deal was. And there again, that's part of the whole YouTube algorithm thing, where you don't put out videos all the time. You get missed. Their weird algorithm triangle thing. Where I was doing pretty good and was building everything up, and then went into a 6 month lull. It's not good for the channel at all, especially if you're trying to build it and want to get to where you're monetized. That monetization thing, man, that's tough. So, then you got some people that just got past the end of their monetization, and then next thing you know, they're not doing anything. Like I said, I hope Montana Dirt Farmer's doing all right up there. He's one of them that I think if he got after it, he could be a hell of a content creator. Everybody likes him, probably likes him better than me, but because I'm not. I don't know. I still think my opinionated, don't give a fuck what people think mentality sometimes probably hurts me, I'm sure, but whatever. At least you know who I am. I'm not fake. Anyhow, enough of this bullshit. I'm not going anywhere. We're just trying to figure out what we're going to do as far as need to make the channel better, which I don't know if just making sure I live stream 3 times a week, at least twice a week. I'm seriously thinking about, because I was doing the Monday, Wednesday, Saturday thing. I'm really seriously thinking about doing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday thing. That way, if something happens on a Saturday, I have a date. Something goes on, I can do a Sunday afternoon. A date? What the fuck is that? Anyhow, if I have something coming up or whatever, and do it, always do a Sunday stream, but then you're not turning around going, oh fuck, I got to do something Monday night. It's better. That's why I'm seriously thinking about the Thursday thing. So, this week, I don't know whether I'll stream tomorrow night or not. This week it might be. I don't have my daughter this weekend. I was supposed to have her last weekend, but I canceled because it's too freaking cold to be traveling. In case something happened, I didn't want to be stranded in the middle of nowhere at 40 below wind chill. And you never know. You can have a brand new vehicle, and when it gets that cold, it don't matter the age of it. That's when shit happens. Things don't like to work when it's that cold. So I just was being proactive and smart and safer that way. Anyway, where I stream today, it's Wednesday. It's my normal day to stream. I might stream Friday and then might stream Sunday this week. I don't know. Or I might just stream Saturday and say fuck it. But either way, I need to figure out. I know I've been kicking it around for quite some time on what to do for a single player playthrough thing. I would like to do an older series thing, kind of. I know some other people are doing that, but I just got to find the map that I like. I like that Washington map, so I think after looking at it again today, it's the third time I've went in there and looked at it and farted around and looked at it a little bit. Took a little more time actually looking at it today. It's hilly. It's got some big fields in it for no bigger than the map is. It's designed for cereal crops with that kind of stuff. Don't particularly. I like the farmstead, but I don't like the farmstead because there's nowhere to park. Big air drills and stuff like you would normally have. And it's hilly, but it's not so hilly. I don't think I'd have to use the side hill combine thing like I originally thought I might have to when I was looking at it. So that's still in the works. I haven't made a 100% decision. And then of course that Kentucky map I just got done looking at. It's a nice little map. But I don't know. I just have a hard time with little fucking fields. I just can't even playing in the 80s. To me, it's like, okay, so you play a 12-row equipment. No, you may not play with 84-foot chisels and field cultivators, but you can sure play with 50-foot. Or 40 foot, not even, and then still get quite a bit done. 40-foot equipment is still nothing to laugh about. when it comes to that kind of stuff. And them your older four-wheel drives, they pulled pretty big equipment. That's how we got all started. I mean, look at how old the 4747 is as far as that tractor goes. Or even Series 3 Big Buds in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. Series 3 Big Buds, 650/50s, or 600/50s. I mean, there were some big tractors back then. So, and I got some Buds, and I like my big Buds. I just got to get them all smoothed out. They'll probably end up on the server at some point too. Ended up finding a few more errors on the one that I really liked than what I thought it had. But so anyway, at some point in time, we'll get something figured out. I got to get something going here now because before you know it, it may be 15th of January or 17th of January, whatever the hell it is. Before you know it, it's going to be fucking May, and I'm going to be working till midnight trying to plant corn, even with our new high-speed corn planter. Because anyhow, it's just like seems like a blink of an eye. I was just sitting down eating turkey and shit for Thanksgiving and going, oh God, Christmas is going to be here. Well, we're 3 weeks past Christmas basically. So the year, one thing that's for sure, time keeps going. There ain't a fucking thing we can do about it. So, and the older we get, the faster time flies by, and that's just the way it is. So anyhow, thanks for everybody that tolerated the odd stream tonight. Hopefully you got to see a few maps that you haven't seen before, or anyway, sorry about the crashes. The one I knew better. I knew that it was going to crash with that one mod. Anyway, thanks for everybody for being here, and thanks for my moderators that puts up with me and all that other. And with all that said, we'll catch everybody on the flip side. And remember, always keep that rubber side down.